Hi guys, today we're going to be talking about mortgages and what is important when it comes on to getting a mortgage. Now, a lot of times I work with buyers and you tell them that they need to get pre-approved in order to get a mortgage, and that this is the first step even before I can show them property. And a lot of buyers wonder, why is it that they need to be pre-approved in order for me to show them property? And this is what I'm about to explain today. Now, pre-approval is actually a process that happens that the buyer goes through in order to actually get approval for a mortgage before they start shopping. And the reason we do this, the reason that we often recommend and require this, is that we want the buyer to make informed decisions when it comes on to selecting a house, because we don't want a situation where a buyer goes out there and they're looking at all these beautiful houses, and at the end of the day, the house that they fall in love with, they are not able to qualify for a mortgage for that particular house based on their income, based on their credit, based on what a lender is prepared to give them. So in order to avoid all of that situation, in order to avoid the disappointment, in order to avoid all of that, we require pre-approval, right? And what the pre-approval is, this is what it actually is. So when your realtor says to you that you need to get pre-approval, and they hook you up with your mortgage officer. What the mortgage officer is actually going to do is the officer is going to discuss with you what exactly you're looking for, what are your particular circumstances, and the mortgage officer is actually going to require you to actually fill out a mortgage application. Now, in this mortgage application, you will be asked about your income, you will be asked about your assets, you will be asked about your debts. And these are three important pieces of information that are needed in order to pre-qualify you or pre-approve you for a mortgage. Now, it is important that you fill in the mortgage application as accurately as possible, because after the mortgage application is filled out, what is going to happen is that loan officer is actually going to run your credit. And when the credit is run, all your debts should appear on that credit report, and the debts that you indicated on your application, they should match up with the debts that are on your credit report. If there are any discrepancies, you will have to explain that. And so the mortgage pre-approval is a process that is going to look into your income situation, your debt situation, and then based on that, if everything looks good, the lender is going to require you to submit documents that verify the information that you entered on that application. So for example, you will be asked to submit your bank statements, you may be asked to submit your W-2s, you may be asked to submit your tax returns, and it's based on your particular situation and the type of loan you are applying for. You will be required to submit documents that verify the information that you had on the application. So once that is done and everything looks good, then the lender is going to say, okay, this looks good, we are satisfied with the risk associated with X borrower, and we are prepared to give you a mortgage of X amount to purchase this particular house. And so they will issue now a pre-approval letter to you so that you can go shopping. You can go now hook up with your realtor, and the realtor can send you houses within the price range of the pre-approval that you got. So let's say you got pre-approved for $400,000. It means that you can go ahead and look at houses within that price range. You should be in a strong position to make a strong offer that a seller is willing to accept. All right, and that is the main reason for a pre-approval and why it is important that you get pre-approved as a buyer. So if you are ready to start shopping, if you are ready to purchase your house for 2023 and you want to get started with the pre-approval process, please go ahead and contact me and call me at 239-270-9441 and I can get you started with that pre-approval.